A question I see come up over and over again is, how do I promote my book on Amazon? Well, today I'm going to share a few ways that I use to promote my ebooks on Amazon, and I'm going to cover both free and paid methods. Now remember, with all these things that I share, your mileage and results will vary, okay? If you're ready to unleash your marketing genius and promote the heck out of your ebook, give that like button a panda cuddle and let's dive in. The first one is a free ebook. Now this can be kind of like a short read or a lead magnet of some kind, basically. So it's a free ebook, for example. Now readers may not know who you are. They may not know your writing style. They may not know what you're like as a writer or author. So this kind of serves as like a freebie to get them into your universe. Now if they like what they read, they're probably going to buy your other books, free or not, and maybe even pay for full price on your other books, or maybe your future books. Okay, now obviously there may be a cost in producing this free ebook, I get that, but I've done this at like super low cost, and it can be done free if you have all the skills required, So if you've got the skills to like do the cover design, editing, formatting, the interior file, stuff like that, you can totally do it on a very, very tight budget or no cost at all. So it can be done. So the first point is basically the free ebook, okay? And that'll just sit on Amazon forever, right? And then when people get it, they may be sucked into your universe and hopefully they buy other books that you've got, right? Number 2, Amazon ads. Now this is one of the lower hanging fruits that you can access, via your Amazon ads dashboard, for example. Now obviously this is not a free method, okay? This one is one of the paid methods of promoting your book, and how you can market your book on Amazon. Now I'd suggest personally starting with a budget. So make sure you budget and do not let that go. So have a budget and stick to it, okay? And test things out. Now you can only test if money, I suggest, that you are happy to lose, because when you run ads, you may not make the money back, or you may make some money, but it may not cover the cost of the ads, right? So just because you make sales, it's not the actual royalties that you get, okay? So you got to kind of balance it out. So have a budget, test things out using Amazon ads and see where it gets you, okay? But make sure you stick to that budget. That's kind of really important, is what I would say. Now point number 3 kind of has 2 parts. The first part is free, the second part is paid, and that is social media. So obviously the free bit you can do right now. You can sign up to social media companies, create accounts like Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, right now if you wanted. You can do this all for free. You can get posting. Now I caution against buy my book for every single post. Now personally it doesn't work for me as a creator or as a consumer. It just turns me off. Like, people are always posting, buy my book, look at this review, it's so awesome, my book, buy it. No, I personally don't do that myself. Okay, but I know authors who do, and that's up to them. I'm not going to yuck their yum. They are perfectly welcome to do what they want to do. It's their business, right? But I personally would say try and space it out so that you do social media posts that are not buy my book kind of posts. There are other things, obviously you got to make it relevant. And then you can every so often do a here's a book if you like those books. So this is my book, and you can go and check it out on Amazon, right? So this is a completely free method to promote your ebook on Amazon, right? Now, obviously, the other side of social media is you can run ads, right? You can run social media ads like Facebook ads, stuff like that, and then you can drive traffic to your ebook in Amazon. Now, again, with kind of like Amazon ads, I suggest you set a budget and then be ready for this to yield 0 returns, right? You may not make any money at all. But as you're figuring things out, as you're figuring how to run ads successfully, treat this like an experiment. And the cost of running ads are kind of like, they're probably going to outweigh the royalties you make initially, at least with ebook sales. So you're going to try and balance it out. Stick to the budget. Again, really important. Just want to emphasize that. Stick to the budget. Now, the 4th point I've got is book promo sites. Now, I'm a big fan of book promo sites, but similar to ads, it's not free, well, there are some that are free, okay? So make sure you check those out. So if you're promoting like a free ebook or a free book or whatever, definitely try and use those free sites. You've got nothing to lose, basically, right? So it's definitely worth doing that. The other ones are paid, and those are the ones I've had more success with. I think it's probably because it's like a consumer psychology kind of thing. The people who get free books, generally they are not the customers who want to pay for stuff. You know, that it's like a different mindset. The customers who get free books generally want free stuff, you know, whereas if you want people to buy your books, those customers are not quite the same as the free ebook customers, right? That's just, I think, like a customer sort of psychology kind of thing. But yeah, book promo sites, I love it. I schedule it every so often. Especially it works really well if you got like a perma free ebook, for example, that I mentioned earlier. So if you got an ebook that's free, use the free sites, drive traffic there. If they like it, maybe they'll buy your full price books. You know, nothing to lose. Try it out. Okay, and obviously, you know, you got to pay up front for the book promo sites that do have a cost. And again, you know, have a budget, stick to it, and then see where it goes. Track that data and see which promo sites move the needle, and then you can use them in future. Don't do it like back to back. Kind of space it out a bit. You know, 3 to 6 months, I find is kind of the sweet spot for me. You know, you got to test it out because it kind of gives new readers an opportunity to come onto their platform, on the book promo site platform, and then you can target them, right? There's no point in doing a promo every single day because it's more than likely going to be the same readers as the first day, as the second day, you know? So just keep that in mind, okay? The 5th point I've got is if you're in, you know, like KU or Kindle Select kind of thing for Amazon, you can utilize their marketing tools. All right, now I'm not big on this, mostly because my books are wide, my nonfiction books are wide, but you know, you can totally do this. A lot of people do this, and if you are in one of those programs, make sure you make full use of it. So combine it with book promo sites, combine it with, you know, social media when you're putting out posts, combine it with, you know, email lists. If you got email, you're emailing your fans, make sure you do kind of, you know, make sure it kind of lines up so that you make full use of everything at the same time, right? And finally, and this is a bonus tip, email lists. I had already mentioned it kind of a little bit in the last point, but basically you need to email your fans every so often. Now personally, again, I wouldn't email them every day to say buy my book. Now some people do. The only time I find it acceptable to do this is kind of like if you're doing a launch phase, right? If you're launching a new product, yes, you know, people understand you want to try and push the new launch. I get that, so that's fine, you know, during a launch phase. But other than that, I would say be tasteful about it. Email them every so often, and then, you know, especially if you got like a bunch of new email subscribers, it's worth sending them an email to say, oh, by the way, you know, my book is available on Amazon, you know, so if you want to get that ebook, you know, click this link, that kind of thing. So those are a few tips. The most important advice I can offer is basically try different things out, collect the data. You need that data, and then once you've got that data, double down on what works, or reduce or cut whatever does not work. Okay, so you gotta have the data before you can make that choice, right? Now if you want to sell more books, not only do you need to promote it, you also need reviews, aka social proof. And I've got an entire playlist right here to help you get more book reviews. Click on that if you need to get more book reviews, or if you're working on your first book or your next book and you want to learn a bit more about budgeting for your book business, start with this video right here. And by the way, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already.